Hey guys, this is going to be another Android Studio tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to authenticate users using a Google sign-in with Firebase. So I'm going to do a little demo here. I'll click sign in, and we can see the Google account, my Google account comes up. I click on it, and if we look at the log file, we can see the auth state has changed to signed in. So now that user is authenticated in your Firebase database. We can, it also will print out the Firebase User Id, the unique user ID, your Google account, and we can sign out and we can go back to sign in, try adding another account. We can enter email or phone number, or we can create a new account. I'm not going to go through that. If you finish the app, then I'll let you do that. I'm just going to be following the documentation on the Firebase website for Google sign-in. So you just go to the docs section, go to the authentication section, Android, and then Google sign-in. And this is the outline of what we need to do. Basically, I'm going to be following this. If you want to view the GitHub page, which is much more useful, I think, just click on this, for example, Google sign-in activity, and it will bring you to the GitHub page with all the examples. I'm going to be copying and pasting a lot of this. There's no point in writing all this code from scratch. Somebody else has already spent a lot of time, so why not just reuse what already works well? First things first, we need to add Firebase to our new project. I created a project, I call it Firebase Google Auth. If you don't know how to add Firebase to your project, check out my video. It's called What is Firebase? I show you how to add Firebase to your application. I'm not going to go over that in this tutorial. Just take a look at that video if you want to see more details on that. Also note that if you want to use Google sign-in, Facebook sign-in, or any one of the other sign-in methods that are offered on Firebase, you need to use the SHA-1 key. So just make sure you add that to your project. Now that we have all the Firebase dependencies added to the app, we need to add one more dependency into the build.gradle file. It's going to be the Google Play services. Make sure you change it to say 0.1. That's the one we want to use. This is going to add the Google Sign-in SDK to the app. Okay, we're done with all the dependency stuff. Let's close it, and we'll open the Firebase tool and add authentication to the app. Okay, that should be good. We can close the assistant. Okay, now we're going to go over to the Firebase GitHub page, and I'm going to copy the first activity, which is going to be the Google sign-in activity, and I'm just going to grab the whole thing here. So grab all the imports and everything, go all the way to the bottom, copy, and paste it in. It's going to be a lot of red here, but I'm going to work through it with you. So we'll start at the top, and notice that it's extending this base activity. So what is this base activity thing? I'll just pull it over from the GitHub page. It looks like base activity, all it does is create a progress dialog box. It's just a neat way to use a progress dialog box. So once again, we're going to go over here. I'm going to copy the entire base activity. Then I'm going to go to my app and create a new Java file, call it base activity, and paste base activity. Okay, that looks good. We'll ignore the string for now. We can close base activity. You can see that red goes away. We're going to need to change the layout file. I think it's called activity Google sign-in. Okay, we can change that. Now these are referencing layout files, so let's go ahead and grab the layout file. So on the GitHub page, the layout file is called activity_Google, and we're just going to copy the whole thing once again, paste it in, and you get a bunch of red. Okay, so first, actually, we can just do a whole bunch of things at once. Pretty much all of these files in the values folder are going to have to be replaced. So go to the GitHub page and copy the contents of each one of these files and paste it in there. So go to the GitHub page. I'm going to do the strings, for example. Go to the strings file, copy the whole thing, copy, then open the strings file and paste all the strings. Some of these strings you won't use in this tutorial, but it's just easier to grab them all. And then do the same thing for dimensions, colors, and styles. I'm going to skip ahead because I don't think you need to watch me copy and paste all those. Okay, now I've copied and pasted colors, dimensions, strings, and styles from the GitHub page. You can see we just have one piece of red right here left, and it's the image, or it's an image. So we're going to go into the drawable-hdpi folder and save this image. I've already saved it, so I'm not going to save it again. Go back to our project and let's import the image. So import image asset, go image, find the image. Once we've got it, we need to rename it, and everything looks pretty good. So next and finish. And I've imported it to mipmap, so we're going to need to change this to mipmap, and we can see there it is. Okay, so all of the red is now gone in there. Let's go back to Google sign-in activity and scroll down, and it actually looks like all the red's gone. That wasn't so bad. Now we just need to go to the manifest, add internet permissions. That should be it for the manifest. We can close it. And I don't think I forgot anything, so let's run it and see if we get any errors. Looks like when I ran the app the first time, it tells me that I need to update Google Play Services. I'm not sure what that's about, so I'll just click update. It gave me an error. I don't know. Let's see if it'll sign me in. Oh, that's weird. Never seen that before. Okay, I got it to work. Looks like it was the version. We need to make sure we use Authentication 10.0.1 and the Google Play Services 10.0.1 and Firebase Authentication 10.0.1. And one thing I forgot to mention also, in your Firebase console, you need to make sure that you allow Google sign-in. So just click enable here, click save, and then that will enable you to use Google sign-in. So let's test it once again. We'll go sign in. We can see there's my Google account. Signing in, you can see there's my Firebase user, my Google account name, and we can check down here to see if the authentication state has changed. And we can see right here, our authentication state is now signed in. So now you'll be able to get access to the database or whatever set of rules you've set on your Firebase database. So that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. It's pretty simple, just copying and pasting a lot from the example on the GitHub page. You can see that it's very easy to integrate Google sign-in into your apps and authenticate users so that they can access certain features of your Firebase database. If this video was helpful, don't forget to leave a like below. Check out my social media platforms in the description. Follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. If you follow me on Twitter, that's where I post all my tutorials. So if you want notifications for when I post new tutorials, that's the best place to get them. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.